It's tied to Allison's leg as well. I tell you what, that's the kind of stuff. See, people think that, you know, on-air talent, that people are maybe a little bit,
cool, and
I don't
collected.
know. That they're divas? No. You have a rope tied to your leg. There you are out there for hours on end. You couldn't use the restroom.
Would get in the shot. So what they did was they took our chairs and they put them on the guardrail.
Whoa.
That is so that could have happened.
Wait, Allison agreed to that?
Well, Allison, you know who I blame for this? Who? Janice Dean. Why? If there wasn't depth in the weather department.
Work trying to provide clean drinking.
Right.
Stephen Herzog, you're a writer?
And producer.
Oh, did you write it yourself?
We both wrote it.
It was good. It was very good writing. It was very interesting. And he just got engaged, by the way, so congratulations.
The wave is gone, but for some tsunami survivors, the pain is just beginning. How do you deal with the...
Oh, it was last Wednesday. A pilot...
Hi,
Kier.
Good to be here. You're not going to dress up in the cheerleader uniform.
I didn't lose a bet. Why would I have
no,
to?
No. Well, no, but you can dress up in your own college's uniform. A lot of people are asking... Yeah, right.
No, you didn't lose the bet.
Were you ever a cheerleader?
No, I was not good enough to make the squad.
I bet
Hands
you were.
down,
You
I
were a
was not.
cheerleader, undoubtedly.
Well, I was for a year. I was actually a freshman on varsity cheerleading at Briarcliff High School, but then I got kicked off because my grades slipped a little bit.
Okay, so you're
during basketball.
very coordinated. You can do an A jump, a C jump, a stag
I can do a
jump,
herky.
everything.
You know all those things.
Of course, because I tried and tried.
Oh,
You never were a cheerleader.
No, I was on a dance team. That was
Oh,
there
well,
you
that's
go.
even better.
There you go, sister.
if you didn't make the cheerleading squad,
That's not true.
I couldn't do a full split.
No.
No, that's end of story. You, have to be you can do a full split, right, Juliet?
Well, I used to be able to.
See?
I can't do that now.
Yeah, you
If
get
can't
no-
do that, you can never hope to be a cheerleader.
Michael,
know
can you
that.
do a full split?
If there's footage of you on a dance team, I will pay hundreds of dollars.
I think there are a lot of people that probably will do that.
We have a lot of serious stories to get to this hour. Niall Gardner's going to join us and talk about the situation in Iraq.
And Sasha Burns.
Yeah.
It could be a fight.
Are you going to bring up the $40
What
million
are they
price
fighting
tag
about?
for the inauguration, maybe?
That's a good idea.
Yeah, that's not a bad one.
That's a very good idea.
I had also one quick...
Know how to play.
Stay in no matter what.
Yeah, just always stay in.
Okay.
Let me see your poker face real quickly into camera 3. Poker face. Okay, you've just been dealt 4 aces. Okay. Oh man, you're in trouble. You are in trouble. Thanks, Pierre.
Once again, I think we're getting closer to elections, and when you talk about what's happening on the...
Reconvening today, and we're going to be speaking a little later with Senate Majority Leader Bill Frist about the agenda for the coming year.
Tennessee Congressman Harold Ford Jr. will be joining us talking about what...
Yeah, but you know what?
But
It
it's more
doesn't
spacious.
smell great, but it's big.
And the egg rolls are divine.
You can't get out the smell of goat.
On the spot.
I'll
Put
give
it this
you
way.
100.
Have you ever...
And badly to vote for Alberto Gonzalez of his presidency in the first one.
On this program tomorrow to discuss his exclusive interview with Michael
He's
Jackson.
going to ride his motorcycle over the GW Bridge like he did last time.
Let's talk about playing politics in Capitol Hill.
3 days away now. On Sunday, the Iraqi people head to the polls.
Joining us right now from Washington, D.C. with a unique perspective, a first-hand perspective, is Fox military analyst. And
They're both clay pigeons, but Skeet goes this way and Trap goes out.
I don't know that I would put Pusher on my trap.
I was penalty box opener for the New York Arrows indoor soccer team. Season soccer. I was lonely.
I understand.
So we're all glad that our career dreams are fulfilled, as well as Megan Kendall's.
Actually, he and I usually talking to each other across the link, so
Exactly.
it's fun to have him in person.
All right, well, let's start out talking about the request. It's going in there today. 80, or what do they have to be convinced of? Over say there's those blue. We're talking about like when are we going to figure? Just the election results and that going on. Results and that going on, and also a renewed hope for Mideast peace as well. So, I mean, there are some bright spots.
Do you know when these people?
Oh, it's the same name.
Because I was just going to say, I think they're brothers, right? Are they brothers or cousins?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, because she would have to move to Seattle.
Oh,
and
poor thing.
Okay.
So her husband could make $47 million.
She'd probably be talked into it. I know, you're right. It's all perspective. But she wouldn't be able to be on TV anymore.
Right. Hey, talking about being on TV and being a buongiorno.
Buongiorno yourself. Nice to see you. And actually, we're awaiting a press conference. President Bush and German Chancellor Gerhard Schroeder are going to be holding a news conference.
It doesn't always change the mind of the person whose mind he wants to change.
Right. Let's check in with Lauren Green right now.
Thinking, I lived in Los Angeles for a year, and our friends out there are just not accustomed to 8 inches of rain.
And the terrain's just not taking it right now, and they have record fall. It looks like they have record rainfall and also record flooding. Right.
Right.
What a mess.
It's a mess. Hey, President and Chancellor Schroeder. Now, let's check in with the other items making news. 1% of Americans say they would vote for a war. Just ahead, the Iraq War strained our ties with the Europeans. What's next?
Let's talk about a major switch. But joining us right now is Robert Guy, when it comes to jury selection.
I mean, you're not going to ask me to trick.
Anything like that.
I guess we dropped it, but it was
I think
unbelievable.
we've got it in a half hour. Corner and bop my head.
That's probably a good idea.
Any news this morning?
Absolutely, by the way,
move.
the big
Good.
How did I dance? Tell 'em.
You dance great.
Are you really?
She's doing
are
wild things.
you a dancer?
Huh?
Or do you dance? I hate dancing.
I
I'm really
haven't
bad.
studied it professionally.
You're
Day at
Yes.
Stacey, come into the
at
light.
a bar, lounge place.
Yeah, at Nation, right across the street, which my... How are you guys?
Your bruise is healing nicely.
It's healing, but it's still there. It's
I heard a little rumor.
Oh, goodness.
An example of that, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's good to see you,
Good to
by
see
the way.
you.
You had
Good
a little
morning.
welcome break.
I did, yes, from last week. Good morning, and good morning, everyone. Rock will say.
That's what I'm
Oh, my
looking forward
gosh.
to waiting to hear about for sure. Well, Hollywood getting ready for its biggest night. It's the 77th Annual Academy Awards, and they're just a few hours away. One that I guess you don't want to win if you're an actor or an
I don't want
actress.
this
The Academy Awards hitting the stage, but as usual, the Razzie Awards beat the Oscars to the punch, and they named their worst to cover Viagra. Some argue that the money should be saved for medically necessary, and others say that it's a lifestyle. So we're going to talk about that, and of course, our Sunday house call. Everything you've ever wanted to know about skin tags.
I actually watched that. I like
About
the two,
what
you and the doctor
Wait,
together.
about skin?
You know skin tags, people that have skin tags, a couple people are wondering whether or not that's linked to skin cancer, and so Dr. Rosenfeld.
Month. Apparently, a woman has won the Iditarod at least more than 2 times.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
I thought I heard they were canceling it because there wasn't enough snow. Didn't I hear that on the radio this morning?
How could there not be enough snow in Alaska?
They had to move the start of the
Move the
race.
start.
That's what I'm being told.
And that's one of the worst jobs in the world, being the last dog.
It's
in
the
a
dogs.
sled
Yeah.
team.
Poor little doggies.
Oh, by the way, coming up at 10 o'clock. Sometimes you feel like that, right?
Yeah.
Coming up at 10 o'clock, by the way, we have a really interesting story on Lebanon.
It was last summer, we know it.
I wrote to Lee Iacocca. That was the only one I wrote to.
Who?
Lee Iacocca.
She had a crush on Lee Iacocca.
You had a crush on
Always
Lee
liked older men.
Iacocca?
Oh, sister.
So actually, it's not about the looks, it's about the inner man.
It's about the
I guess.
age.
Exactly.
It's the most frightening thing I've ever heard.
Oh, what's going on with the news?
All right, well, let's bring you up to date. Let's... Do you remember the gummy bracelets that he used to wear, the 2 of them on his arm?
Oh, yeah.
I had them.
Here, speaking of crushes, we learned in the commercial break.
The people that was over there working with the Ukraine military. So, hello. I don't know why he's up at, well, it was about 5:45 in the morning in Los Angeles, but maybe he's fine.
All right,
So,
well,
hi, Brian, and
Brian.
the rest of you guys at the